And Retired Life Inspired begins now. My name is Annie M., and let me begin with, I believe that there is one God, His exalted Christ and divine reminder in our midst. In their names, I greet you in the greeting words of peace of Assalamu Alaikum, means peace be unto you. I hope you're well today. Welcome to Monday Morning Minutes, actually this time on a Monday. Before we go any further, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, this channel is dedicated to the 50-plus woman who's looking to new ways to secure herself. Let me introduce you to RetiredLifeInspired.com. Check it out in the description below and see what the digital world can help you to do just that. But again, welcome to Monday Morning Minutes. I'll be brief. Last Monday Morning Minute, which actually took place on a Tuesday, I had talked about doing good and how doing good is actually good for you. Well, I really put it to the test over the weekend, this past weekend, and you know what? I always knew it was true, but more than ever, I've come to know it's true. I'm working on a project that has to do with assisting those less fortunate who are, out there in the streets. And I did what I'd kind of call the beta testing of that project, and I hope to turn it into the nonprofit arm of RetiredLifeInspired.com. And it requires getting into the trenches. It requires getting out there in front of people and in their faces who are in probably some of the most horrific conditions one can imagine. But for me to test how doing good for others is good for you, this was the perfect test. I have to say, going out there and assisting people who are in the streets was probably more of a blessing for me, even though I know they benefited from things that I could share with them. But it was the most life-affirming thing I had done. And I came to the conclusion that this method of helping someone was for me. In order to get to the right answer, you got to know how to ask the proper question. In other words, know thyself, and from there you can determine what you need in your life to satisfy that question. And I found the type of work that I like to do, to just help people. It was basically taking, basic toiletries that a lot of us take for granted and bringing it to people who just didn't have them. Doesn't sound like anything exotic. Doesn't sound like anything very clever. And there's probably other, programs and organizations that do similar things. But for me to just create something on my own over the weekend and just get out there and test it, I was on a high all yesterday. I was on just an amazing high, and it's carrying me through to today, and I just felt so self-empowered, like I can do anything. And more importantly, I got to meet some really great people out there and had some wonderful conversations with one in particular, gentleman who just finds himself in an unfortunate situation, but I'll just have to say, Brother JJ, you gave much to me in return. So, if you're ever considering doing something nice for other people, take it from me firsthand. It works, and I encourage you to also do good things for others. It'll come back to you in ways you could not imagine. So, Monday's Morning Minute is dedicated and devoted to remembering doing good for others, is good for you. It's good for all of us. It's a win-win all the way around. That's today's Monday Morning Minute. We've got more surprises coming later this week, some more interviews to release, and some more interviews to be had. Until then, continue to like, subscribe, and share. Continue to take care of you and those around you. And as always, peace and take care.